We begin tonight with a news alert. Former Michigan Speaker of the House Lee Chatfield and his wife charged with embezzlement and conspiracy.
13 counts accusing him of rampant and flagrant misuse of funds. Among the allegations, Attorney General Dana Nessel says Chatfield took lavish vacation trips while using a nonprofit organization called the Peninsula Fund. Chatfield was also looking for reimbursement for trips he never actually took.
Of the 42,337 miles Chatfield sought reimbursement for, approximately 21,280 miles appear to be associated with trips never actually taken, equating to $12,299.84 of taxpayer money that was improperly reimbursed.
Now, AG Nessel also announced allegations that Lee Chatfield sexually abused his sister-in-law were investigated. That investigation is closed. No charges will be issued. Our own Tim Skubic will have much more on Fox 2 News at 6.
Well, a judge has decided supporters still have a chance to keep the former Roosevelt Elementary building in Keego Harbor. Supporters now have 2 weeks to file an appeal in order to prevent the demolition of that Roosevelt building. Last month, the West Bloomfield School Board voted to demolish the historic school. The building was supposed to be demolished in June as part of a restructuring effort. We'll have more on the decision ahead on Fox 2 News at 6.
Also tonight, Ann Arbor residents are expected to speak out once again over potential cuts by the school district.
Ann Arbor schools facing a massive budget shortfall. Fox 2's Camille Amiri joins us with what to expect during tonight's meeting. And Camille, I imagine some fireworks like the last time.
Yeah, we're talking about a $25 million budget shortfall. Last night, it was a virtual meeting, and they had 2,500 people in that virtual meeting. They're expecting a huge crowd tonight at Huron High School behind me at 6:30. Take a look at some video. This is a story we've been covering since the beginning. A problem that people are really finding hard to believe, but it's true. Ann Arbor Public Schools dealing with a $25 million budget shortfall, $14 million of that a clerical error. So now the multi-million-dollar question is, how do you fix this problem? We're talking about a drop in enrollment as one of the key factors that contributed to this shortfall. Plus, of course, as we said, that clerical error when they were doing the math. And so now what happens? Are we talking about closing schools? Are we talking about cutting teachers' jobs? What exactly is it going to take to get back into the red? Take a listen to, actually I should say, to get back into the black. They're in the red right now. Take a listen to what some of the people are saying about this, school administrators and concerned parents and teachers.
In times of financial distress, it's easy to depersonalize and turn every staff member and student into a number. But look around at all of us here and remember that for each teacher you cut, it's our children who bleed.
I want to urge you to listen to the teachers, the building staffs. Don't just sit in your offices and look at the spreadsheets. Look at the people.
Inspire. Every day, teachers, principals, and staff model for our students the characteristics of good learners. The board members and central administration can also inspire by modeling accountability. The students are watching.
So as you can imagine, a lot of people very upset about this. Of course, again, 6:30 tonight at Huron High School, right off of Getty's Road and Huron Parkway. This is something that just people can't understand what went wrong, how this happened, and how is it going to be fixed, and what is it going to mean for the students. A lot here at stake, and of course, we are expecting a lot of people here tonight, and we'll have the latest tonight at 10. Reporting in Ann Arbor, live, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
That's a tough road ahead. $14 million clerical error that you're talking about here. That's more than half of the deficit they faced. Does anyone face consequences because of that? That's certainly not a small mistake.
Yeah, it's one of those questions that, you just, how did this happen? I mean, they looked at money from a one-time thing when it came to pensions and somehow figured that out to be part of the budget, but it was only a one-time fee. Just a mess. I'm not a mathematician, but here we are with all this money that they don't have, and they can't figure out how to fix it. And again, just a story near and dear to my heart. This is my alma mater. I grew up in Ann Arbor, so I hate to see this happen. I hope that they can figure this out for the students and for the teachers and for the parents, for everybody involved.
Roop, ultimately, that's what this is all about, are those students and, of course, their teachers as well. Yeah. Wishing them well moving forward. Camille Amiri for us live tonight. Thank you.
And And another day of sunshine and some nice warm temperatures, but our luck could soon run out.
Yeah, all good things must come to an end, right? Thunderstorms are possible in the next day or so. Weather authority Rich Luderman with a look at what we can expect. Hey, Rich.
Hey there, Roop and Amy. Yeah, beautiful day today with a breeze from the east, but clearly there's something coming our way. Notice showers and storms still to the west of Chicago, so we're going to stay dry this evening, but after midnight tonight, some of these showers will ease into southeast Michigan. 68 for us, 70 in Lansing, even warmer down there. Three Rivers south of Grand Rapids, 73 degrees. Now, because of the dry weather and the breeze, there is an elevated fire risk for the rest of the evening. It does include Genesee and Livingston County, so obviously no unnecessary burnings outdoors, that's for sure. How about live pictures along the Clinton River? This is Mount Clemens. Beautiful out there, 67 degrees on the east side. We're going to get down to 50. That's the overnight low. Best shower chances will be after midnight. And then tomorrow, as low pressure crosses the Great Lakes, some showers, yes, perhaps a stronger storm tomorrow. Then it's going to be cooler to end the week, including the weekend, Amy. We'll check that 7-day coming up in 10.
All right, thank you, Rich. Well, for decades, the Renaissance Center has been part of the city of Detroit's landscape and skyline. But after Monday's announcement that General Motors will exit the iconic building, many are asking what's next. Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly went searching for answers.
When you hear about a company moving from something like the Renaissance Center, that's big news.
As the president of Fardman Group, one of the leaders in the full-service commercial real estate industry, Andy Gutman had this reaction to General Motors' announcement that it plans to move from its iconic Detroit headquarters at the Renaissance Center.
Being in commercial real estate, my first reaction to everything is cautious.
But as more information was released and it was revealed that General Motors is heading to Dan Gilbert's new Hudson's building at the site of the old Hudson's department store, this real estate guru had this to say.
It's an exciting rebirth for the city in so many ways.
Fox 2 caught up with Detroit's Mayor Mike Duggan, who spoke about the future of the Ren Cen.
I think there's lots of possibilities. We're going to look for corporate users across Michigan and across the country.
Although General Motors is moving its headquarters, it's currently still the owner of the iconic structure, and it's working with the city on what happens next.
The governor's passing a plan for incentives for R&D companies to come to Michigan. Could the Renaissance Center be an R&D incubator center? And there's huge demand for housing downtown on the water. Could you convert some of this to housing?
The mayor believes the great advantage is that they have time to develop a plan. And as many contemplate the future of the Ren Cen, city officials say the public's voice will be heard.
It's going to be a year-long conversation. So that's what I'm saying. Yesterday, the conversation started.
And if Gutman were to weigh in on the future of the Renaissance Center, it might go like this.
As you start to look at live, work, play lifestyles, Renaissance Center could be one of those places where your office is in the building, your apartment is in the building, you do your shopping somewhere in the building.
In Detroit, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
All right, we're getting an update now on the setup for next week's NFL draft in downtown Detroit. Crews continue to build the draft theater, sitting on the side of the Monroe Street Midway. Right now, production elements are going into the theater, and finishing touches are expected next week. It's the stage where all NFL draft picks will be announced. An estimated 1,700 guests will pack into that theater, with hundreds of thousands of more packing the rest of downtown Detroit.
Really excited for a great crowd, a great 3 days, really leaning into the local feel of Detroit through music, food, entertainment, all the things that local Detroiters have come to know and are very proud of, and really want to welcome not only the local residents, but the guests visiting from out of town, out of country, and the millions watching back home.
And that huge Aiden Hutchinson billboard up for everyone to watch as well. The NFL draft kicks off next Thursday, the 25th, and runs through Saturday, the 27th. If you plan to go, make sure to download the NFL One Pass app. It'll give you all the answers you have to make sure you're updated on the big event.
And two special elections today could determine whether Michigan Democrats regain their slim majority in the state house. Special elections are taking place in Districts 13, which includes parts of Warren and Detroit, and then District 25, which includes Wayne and Westland. Now, those seats were vacated by Democrats Lori Stone and Kevin Coleman, who both resigned when they were elected mayors of Warren and Westland. Right now, the state house is deadlocked with 54 Democrats and 54 Republicans.